It's a Sunday morning, January 2011. Got a couple of football games gonna start today. One of them gonna start in about an hour. It's playoff time right now. Jets and Patriots play tonight, and in about an hour. Let's see. It's the NFC game. It's the Saints and the Saints got knocked off by the Seahawks. Seahawks and the Bears. I think the last one I did, the vlog I did was it's a little windy out here. It's pretty calm right now. You can see there's no movement with the trees really. It was a little windy last time I was out here. I'm talking about the bumpers. I think I'm gonna start doing a little reflection on some of the pieces I've done before over the last couple of years. I've done mostly music before, but now I'll do just straight reflection. Did a Gunk and Glop series, total of about 70 videos. Homer Cocktail 4. And before that, I had a vlog site, Homer Cocktail 076. No big deal. And I talked about writing off people. And I still feel like a 19-year-old, but I'm coming on 40. There's no joke about it. My health is pretty good, and I thought it actually, as a kid, 40, you're an old man, right? But no, if 40, things still feel normal, and I think it's gonna be this way pretty close until about 60. I think. I hope so, at least. It might not. George Burns lived into his 90s smoking cigars. And some people wind up with cancer as children. So there's no guarantees in life one way or the other. I'll move along. Every time I'm out here, I don't know if they hear me or whatever, but they start getting loud. Seems like. Maybe it's coincidence, who knows? It's a piece on propensity about that, right? Anyway. So the football game's gonna start. I'm doing a little reflection here. I talked about writing off people before, negative people in your life, etc. And I talked about this period of my life from 98 to 2001. Hello, Pookie. There's my dog over there. From 98 to 2001, where the shit seemed to hit the fan. I was about to graduate from Claremont colleges, and I'm set to graduate now in May of this year, 2011. But it's taken about 12 years longer than I thought it would. Had some economic, family, whatever difficulties there were in life. And, I've rectified or, done whatever I've had to do as far as falling short with the number of classes, etc. And there's still a couple of minor issues I got to take care of, dotting the I's here, crossing the T's there. But I used to have great times in life as far as partying and everything. And there became a rift in the social group that I, in my hometown with some people I used to party with and everything. One guy in particular I'll, mention indirectly. Mention them specifically maybe once in, 20. Usually, if you don't have something good to say, don't say anything at all. That's the old CW, right? New CW is the grapevines out there because of this thing, social networking, and it's a different world now. But if I don't have anything good to say, then I'll try to avoid using their names, or I'll just use their first name or whatever. But had a falling out with this guy that worked at the same pizza joint I did. I got him a job at the warehouse, and I got him into the college I went to. And he, went his own way with religion, with people he hung out with, etc. He's a couple years younger than me, and he has more than 800,000 total views as a character or persona on YouTube. But it was him, and then I referred to the small Chinese kid and the stock and fat kid. And between the three of them, it fucked up my social life. And then there's fringe people. I talk about a drummer, etc. And it's not worth it anymore. It's not worth it. And there's a handful of people that I still talk to through the Facebook and social networking. That hey man, I'm still cool with. But I'm starting to think about it. I got 20 years left before all the shit starts happening. Or you're gonna start shitting your pants as an old man and all that, or getting ulcers because of too much of this shit, right? I got 20 years left. If I graduate finally from that school in Claremont, thinking maybe you gotta do more than write off, even if it's not fair. It's cutting your losses. Do more than just write off certain individuals, but writing off your whole hometown, right? And I've had good times in Seattle, good times in Northern California, been in New York, Chicago, Venezuela. Maybe it's time. Hey man, just cut the whole shit out. Whatever happened, there was a rampant, honestly, jealousy with a couple of people here or there. I really don't know. But every time I went to school, like 97, 98, I'd always fucking come back and, we do the same shit, hang out, bars and grill and shit. And there's certain people that I just know, like, I'd get up from the table, to take a piss or something, right? And this literally happened. And so the guy would come, this guy I'm talking about. And then I wound up yelling at him for the first time ever that night. It was March of 98. I used to keep a journal so I remember this shit. And then eventually we got in a fist fight, like 4 hours before I was taking a flight to Venezuela, it was a, celebration of me going to Venezuela, combined with a bachelor party for someone who's going to get married next week. And, just shit like this. And there's a small kernel in my brain that, is proud of the guy for logical reasons and fucking religious exploration of philosophy and etc. But the guy's a dipshit. The guy's a fucking dipshit, man. I just need to get out my fucking chest, The guy fucking, you watch his vlogs, he's an anarchist and shit like that. He's real fucking condescending to everyone he talks to that doesn't agree with him. He's like, and blah, 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 Well, I remember him as like a fucking young kid. I met him when he was like 16 and he still wasn't fully grown. I was like 18 or 19 at the time. I gotta cut this off. It's 10 minutes. But this part's about, hey, football game, right on, beer, cool, and thinking about buffering my hometown. And I'll call this piece probably Cactus or something. Cactus. Isn't that nice?